Well, that seems like as good a time as any to pause that. Welcome! Hello, everybody who has decided to join us. My name is Chris Taylor. I am the King of the Ass Clowns, and today I am going to be doing something a little bit different. Ocarina of Time is very similar to Silent Hill in the sense that I have played this game more times than I can count. I have the thing practically memorized, so we're doing a little bit of a challenge run this time around. Instead of me just playing it as per usual, I am not collecting any heart pieces. I am not collecting any heart containers. In the interest of earning as many retro achievements as possible, I am also not going to be picking up any maps or compasses. This is all just going to be based on what I can remember of all the different dungeons. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. 99% of the time, I choose Link. Link is the character. But every once in a while nowadays, I keep seeing him being referred to as my dude. And you know what? I want everybody in Hyrule to call him my dude. So, same rules as Silent Hill applies. Cutscenes, well, there is no real cutscenes to this, so I'm just gonna read what's on the screen, and hopefully you guys don't get tired of my voice anytime soon, now that I have skipped the entire beginning. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me, the Deku Tree. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. My dude. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Almost like he's a member of Team Rocket? Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay, the world depends upon thee. So yes, so since this game does not have the same type of cutscenes that Silent Hill has, I'm going to have to read everything. I will be skipping over any signs, because I don't read the signs. I don't also typically need Navi to tell me where to go anymore. And I will do everybody a great service and try to skip past all of the Owl's dialogue as much as possible, because he's more long-winded than I am. Hello, my dude. Wake up! The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. My dude, get up! Hey, come on! Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? You finally woke up. I'm Navi, the fairy. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Let's get going, right now. Yahoo! Hi, my dude! Sorry, Saria, but I know what you have to say. So Sam, are you laughing because I named him my dude, or are you laughing because I'm just skipping all of the NPCs? So I do appreciate that there's enough free rupees around that you can basically just, like, run around, get everything here, be able to afford your shield, and that's almost all you would ever need to buy? Like, there's a free Hyrule shield in the graveyard a little bit later on, so I don't need to pay for that. Yeah. I'm trying to think of outside of these weird fringe cases that I would have done to just, like, get achievements. There's not really a whole lot that I spend my rupees on in this game. Maybe the side quest stuff, like getting the bigger bomb bag and things like that, but like you also don't necessarily need that for this. There we go. And there's one more rupee just over the bridge, and I can buy my Deku shield. Hi, my dude, look this way. Look over here with Zed, and talk with me with A. No. Oop. I will not buy anything else. I don't usually need to buy anything else, but thank you for asking. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the great Deku Tree, huh? Grumble, grumble, grumble. And once again, all dialogue skipped that is possible to skip. So one of the purposes of this, not just me playing games, but me actually doing all this streaming stuff, is so that I can share some stories about why each of the games that I play on here actually means something to me. I have a lot of early memories of this game, but it's not one of those ones that, like, I ever analyzed the story for, or really got into it because of, like, how the art of it really affected me. Like, I love the soundtrack, I love the gameplay. I know this game can be considered kind of dated by today's standards, but I would also argue that it's just a good game. So even the little bit of late 90s jank is mitigated by the fact that it's all just really solid and plays well. Great Deku Tree, I'm back! Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. My dude, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. My dude, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? No. Then enter brave, my dude, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid, my dude. And my dude, when Navi speaks, use up-C to listen well to her words of wisdom. Alright, so once again, we're gonna skip the map that is in the big chest that's right here. Look at this wall. The vines growing on it give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, my dude. Not yet, I can't. You can open a door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Pay attention to what the action icon says. That's the blue icon at the top of the screen. Whoops. Forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold this button forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it will work, though. The cliff is really, really high. He. Well, try it if you're feeling bold. I'm not gonna explain what's on here. We get the same message with every new item we get. So, the Nintendo 64. In my house, we got this after we got the PlayStation. I remember my older brother, we went to Toys R Us, and we had a choice between getting another Nintendo console. We had historically been a Nintendo console with the NES and Super NES. As well as my very first console being the old clunky big 4-battery Game Boy. But my brother, he actually let me help him decide like what to get. Knowing that we were always a Nintendo console, I wanted something a bit different. So I actually said, let's get the PlayStation instead. And I had played a few games here and there at my cousin's house and things like that. So it wasn't like it was a complete unknown quantity. But it was also kind of a risk because we didn't know how successful Sony's console would be. Less than a year later, my birthday rolls around, and I open up like the big present that I got that year, and it's a VCR. And the VCR was just in a box that we had from ages and ages and ages ago. And I thought, okay, well, I spend some time with my dad, most of the time with my mom. So if ever we go to like a Blockbuster or Videotron or something, and we go to rent something, I can rent something, you know, the nights that I'm spending at my father's place, and we can use the VCR. And my mom, clever person that she is like, why don't you open it up so we can test it? Because, you know, I'm a child and I've never used a VCR before. Lo and behold, when I open up the box, it's the purple controller, 2-controller actually, N64, because it was the like see-through purple controller and the original colored gray one. With it, I got Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I got Star Wars: Shadows of the Empire and Diddy Kong Racing. And my older brother had gotten for himself Super Mario 64. Sorry, I completely skipped over what the Deku Seed thing was talking about. Basically, there's a section with 3 Deku Scrubs, and I have to hit them in order 2, 3, and 1 to unlock the boss door. Also, if I push A, I can dive underwater. So yeah, played a lot of Shadows of the Empire, specifically the Hoth level, which is the only one that I can still remember to this day, but never get hit. Diddy Kong Racing I remember playing a lot more. I had a lot more fun with it in terms of just the gameplay aspect of it than with Mario Kart 64, but I also didn't really get into the whole collectathon aspect of it, so I didn't play it all that much. Maybe I'll play that for a stream one day, but I have a few other things I want to handle first, namely this first dungeon. go. Don't need to go here until much later, because you both need bombs and boomerangs to get what you need to get in that room. Push this through. Now, when I was a kid, I knew that this is what the next step was, but what I didn't know is that you could swing a Deku stick by pushing the C button. Like, you can basically use it as a sword. I always just used it to light the torches. So I got stuck here for entirely too long, until I eventually got the strategy guide for this. Now, there were a ton of paid strategy guides back in the day, and I remember the one that I got for this was like the official Nintendo one, which, if I remember correctly, it didn't just give you like all of the hints and everything, but it actually talked as if like the guide itself was the story of the game almost. So that was probably one of the more interesting strategy guides I've ever picked up. Most of the time you just get like boss strategies and like this is how you solve this puzzle and this is what this monster is weak to and things like that. But I do remember that strategy guide being kind of cool. Alright, time for the first boss. Oh, so close. So if you time that right, you can actually hit him with 5 sticks, and then he just dies. Now I have to remember not to grab the heart container. There we go. Well done, my dude. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell you. Wouldst thou listen? Kinda wanna skip this, but I'm not gonna. Now listen carefully. A wicked man in the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. I want that cape. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerous powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Feror, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Feror, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence. Sorry, needed to get some water in me. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, mine end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. My dude, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, my dude. Thou art courageous. Navi the fairy, help my dude to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, my dude. Goodbye, great Deku Tree. Maybe this is why I don't actually ever need to buy things. Hey, my dude, what did you do? The great Deku Tree? Did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. I mean, no? Oh well. Don't think he ever really liked me much anyways. Oh, you're leaving. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, my dude. Because you are different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. You received the fairy ocarina. This is a memento from Saria. Thank you for the tutorial. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. So here's the thing. Under normal circumstances, especially with big franchises, the first game you play in a series ends up being your favorite. And a lot of times people confuse favorite with best. I am not going to deny how good this game is. But as much as Ocarina of Time is in my top 5 favorites of all time, I would find it very difficult to call it the best. Did I get all that? Yes, please stop talking. I find it very difficult to call this the best. I would argue in terms of like being able to balance good combat with exploration, having a phenomenal soundtrack, having one of the most gorgeous art sets in a video game, and definitely the most expressive of all the links, I would argue that Wind Waker is the best. Now I say this not having beat the vast majority of 3D Zeldas. Like, in terms of the ones that I've actually played all the way through to the end, it's Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, the original NES Zelda, Link to the Past on Super Nintendo, and the 3D remake of Link's Awakening, the one that they released on the Switch a few years back. Oh, and A Link Between Worlds on the 3DS. Played a little bit of Majora's Mask, never beat it. Played a little bit of Breath of the Wild, another unskippable cutscene. That is my dog. She is barking, and she needs to stop. Thank you, Random Owl, for calling me a smart kid, even though you don't know really who I am. And I haven't been a kid in 20 odd years. really gotta line this up properly, otherwise it does not work. There we go. Hate this vine. But we gotta get caught the first time around anyways. So that we can talk to Milan. Hey, your clothes, they're different. You're not around here, are you? Oh, you're a fairy boy from the forest. My name is Malin. My dad owns Lone Lone Ranch. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, and he hasn't come back yet. Are you going to the castle, fairy boy? Would you mind finding my dad? He must have fallen asleep somewhere around the castle. What a thing for an adult to do. Tee-hee-hee. Oh, yeah, if you'll look for him, I'll give this to you. I've been incubating this egg very carefully. It's a weird egg. If it hatches, do I have a chance to get a shiny? Probably not. But a guy can hope. So yeah, all things considered, Wind Waker, I think, would edge out a lot of the 3D Zeldas in terms of being the best. Because there's a lot of things going for The Legend of Zelda, but I would also say, as fun as they are to play, they aren't exactly the most story-intensive games. So, you know, linking it up with a good story is... It's not the reason why I play Zelda, let's put it that way. Let's get some free money. What in tarnation? Can't a person get a little shut-eye around here? Hello, and who might you be? Yep, I'm Talon, the owner of Lone Lone Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I sat down here to rest, and I guess I fell asleep. What? Malin was looking for me? I'm gonna catch it from her now. I messed up bad leaving Malin behind to wait for me. She's really gonna let me have it. Now, if I'm really lucky, I'll be able to get these lined up and do this all in one shot. If I'm really unlucky, I'm gonna have to wait here for a while. And now we wait. There we go. There's this dude. I never bother with any of the rupees. I don't need to buy anything. except for maybe a little later, like very much at the end of the game, to get like a magic healing potion at one point, because the Ganondorf fight, you don't want to like have to jump down, break a bunch of pots, and then as soon as he goes up, I can sneak past. There we go. A little more. There we go. Wonderful. One time. That section frustrated me to no end when I was a kid, because whereas I can kind of wait a little bit now, I did not have all that much patience when I was like 12. Well, excuse me, princess. Who are you? How did you get past the guards? Very slowly. Oh, what's that? Is that a fairy? Then are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shining stone? Do you have it? Just as I thought. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? My dude. Strange, it sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, my dude. I'm going to tell you the secret of the sacred realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone. The legend goes like this. Now presenting the legend of Zelda. The three goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. So, the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. That's right, the Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. Did you understand well the story I just told you? That's great. I forgot to tell you. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look through the window at him. Hey, Brian. Welcome back. Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. What happened? Did he see you? Don't worry. He doesn't have any idea what we're planning. Yet. Yes, I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. And he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. My dude, now we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please? Okay. Thank you. I am afraid. I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power. But it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other two spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. One more thing. Take this letter. I'm sure it will be helpful to you. You received Zelda's letter. Wow, this letter has Princess Zelda's autograph. Hello, Impa. I am Impa of the Sheikahs. I am responsible for protecting Princess Zelda. Everything is exactly as the princess foretold. Well, technically she dreamed it, but you are a courageous boy. You are heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role in the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. I have played this song for Princess Zelda as a lullaby ever since she was a baby. There is a mysterious power in these notes. Now listen carefully. You've learned Zelda's lullaby. I hope nobody was getting sleepy. We still have a ways to go. If the castle soldiers find you, there will be trouble. Let me lead you out of the castle. You brave lad, you must protect this beautiful land of Hyrule. Take a good look at that mountain. That is Death Mountain, home of the Gorons. They hold the spiritual stone of fire. At the foot of Death Mountain, you will find my village, Kakariko. That is where I was born and raised. You should talk to some of the villagers there before you go up Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn this song. Remember, it will help to prove your connection with the royal family. The princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. Alright, we're counting on you. Now, I'm not collecting heart pieces. I'm not collecting heart containers. I am not collecting any maps or compasses in an effort to get as many retro achievements as I can, but I am still going to collect all of the jars and other items, not necessarily like all of the bag upgrades, but I'm definitely going to get all of the chickens here. So that I can get the first bottle. So, this may be my first time doing a 3-heart run, but just a couple of years ago, it was also my first time getting a 100% playthrough run. So, all things considered, not really a 100% completionist usually. I'm glad I did it for this game, because it's a game I've had forever, but... What? No, now they're gonna run away. Come on, no. There we go. Alright, where did the other chicken go? Picked up second north, the entire exit was blocked, had to take the Mercy and come back around from the other side. That sucks. Get down here. It is. That's not even the last one. This is another one right here. How many more? 2. Excellent. I can never remember if there's one near the graveyard, but there is not. There's one here, and then there's one by the entrance to Death Mountain. Now, I've always wondered if you do the thing where you attack the cuckoos and they all swarm you, if you get them to swarm you in the pen, does it count as all of them coming back? You are welcome. Thank you for giving me a bottle. Let's show the letter right away. Oh, this is surely Princess Zelda's handwriting. Well, let's see. This is my dude. He is under my orders to save Hyrule. What kind of funny games our princess come up with now? Okay, alright. You can go now. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. By the way, Mr. Hero, if you're gonna climb Death Mountain, you should equip a proper shield. It is an active volcano after all. If you go back to Hyrule Castle Town Market, you should check out the bazaar. They sell the shield you need there. Tell them I sent you, and they should give you a special discount. If you think you're good to go already, don't worry about it. Now, I'd like to ask a favor of you. No, I don't expect you to do it just because of the great tip I just gave you. I'm just asking. Have you been to the Happy Mask shop that just opened in Hyrule Castle Town Market? Everyone's talking about it. My little boy pesters me for a popular mask, but I don't have time to go there. So, could you go and get the mask for me next time you're in the market? If you don't feel like it, that's okay, but, well, I have no choice. This is my job. Now, that guard is nice and all, but he's also a liar. Because even if he does have a child who wants the Keaton mask, he doesn't give him the mask when you give it to him. Shame. So a couple of things to do here. I know it's not 100% necessary. Oh. Go away, kid. I just want to pull the gravestone so that I can get my shield. Okay, fine. I'll just do this first then. Don't cause trouble, no worries, I'm just gonna blow up this tombstone. I did not blow up that tombstone. It blew up all on its own, thanks to a bolt of lightning and a song. That is the power of music. Excellent. Hate this section. This poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the Hot Royal family. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun, give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem, huh? Something is inscribed on the tombstone. It's the secret melody of the composer brothers. You've learned the sun song. Whoops. Did not mean to skip that, but it just means that I can use the sun song to freeze the zombies. Which, you know, I'm not gonna do. But now that it's nighttime, the graveyard kid is away, and I can steal a shield. Also somewhat hilarious, considering Dante is just wandering around and doesn't actually care that you're grave robbing. Alright. So, we're gonna head over to Lon Lon Ranch, get a second bottle, drink all of the milk, and then have 2 bottles for fairies later. I'm not gonna listen to you, Navi. I do not care. I'm not gonna listen to you either, Brian. I know what Navi says. So here's another interesting fun fact. Before I ever, concentrated on trying to beat this game, I had my N64 hooked up, and my best friend at the time, his name was David, he came over. We just stayed on this section and beat the crap out of the Stalfos. No Z targeting whatsoever, just using our sword to beat the crap out of the Stalfos. Mumble, mumble. Huh? I'm awake already. What? Well, I'll be. It ain't the forest kid from the other day. By the way, thanks a lot for waking me up. Took some doing, but I finally got Malin back in a good mood. So, what are you up to today? Got some free time on your hands, you say? Well, how about a little game? These 3 cuckoos I have here are special super cuckoos. I'm gonna throw these cuckoos into that there gaggle of normal cuckoos. If you could pick out these 3 special birds from among the normal cuckoos within the time limit, I'll give you something good. If you can't find them, I'll win. It'll be 10 rupees. Wanna play? You have 30 seconds. Alrighty then, get ready. Here go the super cuckoos. Start looking. That's one. That's 2. Hey, you've got the talent to be one of the world's best cowboys. How'd you like to marry Malin? Haw haw, I was just kidding. I think you're a little young for that, aren't you? Haw haw. Oh, I'm proud to present you a sample of our very own low milk. You'll be energized the moment you drink it. After you drink it, you can bring back the bottle and buy a refill anytime you want. So, funny story, you never have to buy a refill because if you play Epona's song to any of the cows, you'll just get a free refill as long as you have an empty bottle, which you don't need because the fairies recover you much better. Oh, it's the fairy boy again. I heard that you found my dad. How did you like the castle? Did you see the princess? Dad came home in a hurry after you found him. Oh yeah, I have to introduce you to my friend, fairy boy. She's this horse. Her name is Epona. Isn't she cute? It seems like Epona is afraid of you, fairy boy. My mother composed this song. Isn't it nice? Let's sing together. Oh, cute Ocarina. Are you gonna play this song, that Ocarina? Here's the song. You've learned Epona's song. So, there's 2 spots in this run that I am apprehensive of. Because I'm trying to get the 25 pointer for not picking up any of the maps and everything. The 3rd dungeon, Jabu Jabu's Belly, I don't remember which room is the room that has either the compass or the map. And because of that, I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally open up either the compass or the map chest, when really I just want the boomerang and to eliminate all of the little hanging things. The other part is the Shadow Link fight that you have in the Water Temple, because even though it is really annoying to raise and lower the water, I don't actually get lost in that dungeon anymore, because I do that dungeon the same way I play Silent Hill, when you have a multi-level area to go through. Like, I start at the bottom and I work my way up, and that methodology works incredibly well for the Water Temple. But the Shadow Link fight, there's supposed to be a strategy to it, and I've never managed to figure it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the fight with the Master Sword, and then I'm gonna beat the crap out of him with the Goron sword. Which means I need to rescue Epona and then do that whole trade sequence before the water temple. The one upgrade I'm actually going to get. Or not. There we go. Cool, you're great. You scored 3 perfect bullseyes. I have to give you a neat present to such a wonderful person. Please take it. My dude, good to see you again. Listen to this. Do you want to hear what I had to say again? No. If you are courageous, you will make it through the forest just fine. Just follow your ears and listen to the sounds coming from the forest. Hoot, hoot. That's backwards. Easy peasy. Milk does a body good. When you remember where you're supposed to go. Oh well. Not bad. Made it through that whole section only losing half a heart from one Deku scrub. I've been waiting for you, my dude. This is the Sacred Forest Meadow. It's my secret place. I feel this place will be very important for both of us someday. That's what I feel. If you play the ocarina here, you can talk with the spirits in the forest. Would you like to play the ocarina with me? Okay, try to follow along with the melody I'll play. Are you ready? Great! Please don't forget the song. Do you promise? When you want to hear my voice play Saria's song, you can talk with me anytime. You learned Saria's song. Revenge. Wonderful. So, on top of doing a 3-heart challenge, all of the boss fights have some kind of added challenge to them. King Dodongo, the challenge is to beat him without taking any damage. Oop, let's skip the owl again. Yes, I did. Go away. That melody seems to have mysterious power. There may be some other mysterious songs like that you can learn in Hyrule. There we go. I do not want to hear what you have to say again. Okay. With a little luck, I should be able to actually beat Dodongo's Cavern before I call it a night. So yeah, no damage should not be the most difficult thing in the world, but you also have to beat him without using any bombs in your bag, and without him blowing fire. Now, I did not know this the first time, or the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, the 10th time that I played this game, but if you charge King Dodongo right at the beginning, and you, like, move to the side, he'll actually roll up into a ball and then roll away. So that actually stops him from blowing fire the first time around, which allows you to do the challenge. Alright, we're fully stocked. And entering the Goron's area doesn't actually require any kind of time skippery. And now we just have to run past these spider things. Feel bad for that Goron. He's just gonna blow himself up. It's not gonna work. What the heck? Who are you? When I heard the song of the royal family, I expected their messenger had arrived, but you're just a little kid. Has Darunia, the big boss of the Gorons, really lost so much status to be treated like this by his sworn brother, the king? Now I'm really angry. Get out of my face, now! Are you asking why I'm in such a bad mood right now? Ancient creatures have infested the Dodongo's cavern. We've had a poor harvest of our special crop, bomb flowers, starvation and hunger because of the rock shortage. But this is a Goron problem. We don't need any help from strangers. Darunia, best dancer in all of Goron City. Oh. Oh. Come on. Come on. Hot. What a hot beat. Whoa. Yeah. Yahoo. Hey, what a nice tune. Just like that, my depression is all gone. Something just came over me. I suddenly wanted to dance like crazy. I am Darunia. I'm the big boss of the Gorons. Was there something you wanted to ask me about? What? You want the spiritual stone of fire too? The spiritual stone of fire, also known as the Goron's ruby, is our race's hidden treasure. But hold on, I'm not going to give it to you that easily. If you want it so badly, why don't you go destroy the monsters inside of the Dodongo's cavern and prove you're a real man? That way, everybody will be happy again. If you do it, I'll give you anything you want, even the spiritual stone. I have something for you. I'm not really giving you this in return for anything, but take it anyway. If you wear this, even a little fella like you can pick up a bomb flower using the A button. You got the Goron's bracelet. Now you can pull up bomb flowers. Oh. Yay! one treasure chest I need to open here, and that would be for the bombs. There we go. Don't normally make that shot. There we go. Probably should have grabbed that heart to avoid something like that from happening. Right. No, that's not fair. There we go. That's one. That's two. And now we're about halfway through the first little section. Looks like there are many lava pits around here, so watch your step. Know what would have helped me in watching my step? You not interrupting me while I was jumping. I love the look of shock on his face, like, oh, I planted a bomb and it blew a whole bunch of things up? Who would have thunk? Wrong one. Gotta say, I'm impressed with myself. For a guy who does not have a map, I know exactly where I'm going. For now. You never know what will be around the corner in these narrow paths. Use Z targeting to always look in the proper direction. This is a useful technique, isn't it? Alright. I hate this. That is why I hate this. I'm sorry folks, this may take a little while. Yes! See, that's all you need to do. You need to complain that it's going to take a while, and then the universe says, no it's not. It makes a liar out of you. Oh, that worked out much better than last time. Alright, once more with feeling. And now, the one treasure chest I'm opening in this. So do my eyes deceive me, or do we have a new person in the chat? sunflowers, so I guess I'm just gonna have to drop them. So close. Let's see if I'm a better shot now. Nope. Oh man, I'm terrible. Yes! Once again, I am a terrible shot. Also, I haven't gotten any slingshot seeds until just now? Alright. I suppose that works. Alright. CGI boss fight, let's go. No! And now I gotta do this again. So sorry, everybody. But in the interest of trying to get achievements, I must restart just to get the one for this boss fight. Just hoping I do better this time. No, I gotta go all the way around again. Problem is that this part isn't even difficult, it's just tedious. But, to be fair, I did do it to myself. Alright, take two. Also gonna swap out the bombs for Deku sticks. Yep. Okay, let's do this one more time. There's gotta be like a safe spot somewhere that is like gonna not have me get hit by the fire or like the lava. Alright, that was impressive. Maybe I have a better shot than I thought. No, that was just luck. Just luck. There we go. Alright, wish me luck, party people. So what am I missing? Because there's other sections that also have, like, a little bit of a safe buffer. But Dodongo's room doesn't seem to have that. But I know it does, because there's, again, like a little raised platform there. Oops. I just killed a bat with a bomb. I mean, I'll take it, but it was not on purpose. Damn it! I'm not doing it again. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. There's a little bit of space there. It's me, Darunia. Well done. Thanks to you, we can once again eat the delicious rocks from the Dodongo's cavern until our stomachs burst. What a wild adventure. It will make an incredible story. I can't believe that the Dodongos suddenly appeared in such great numbers. And that big rock blocking the cave? All this trouble must have been caused by that Gerudo thief Ganondorf. He said, "Give me the spiritual stone, only then will I open the cave for you." You, on the other hand, risked your life for us. Kid, I like you. How's about you and I become sworn brothers? No, there's no big ceremony involved. Just take this as a token of our friendship. You obtain the Goron's Ruby. This is the spiritual stone of fire passed down by the Gorons. You don't know what he means by sworn brothers, but you've collected 2 spiritual stones. You have 1 more to find. Brother, you'll keep brushing up on your skills as you travel, won't you? You should go see the Great Fairy on top of Death Mountain. She will power you up. Hey, everybody, let's see off our brother. Yeah, 2 down, 1 to go. Really, I could have done that like 10 minutes ago. Because the Dodongo fight is not that difficult. I'm really just trying to get that achievement of being able to do it without getting any kind of damage. I am not used to this section being this glitchy, though. There we go. I don't like how the volcanic eruptions seem to target me. Oh, a Deku Nut, which I will never use. Alright. Talk to the Great Fairy. Remember the first time I did this section, I was playing at home, and both my mother and my brother both said that this is not a great fairy. This is just a pointy fairy. I'm going to grant you a sword technique. Receive it now. You've mastered the secret sword technique of the spin attack. Hold B to charge a weapon, release to unleash. When you charge power for a spin attack, magic power will be consumed. Pay attention to your green magic meter. Hey boy, you're a messenger of the royal family, aren't you? Next time you're in their neighborhood, you should drop in on a friend of mine who lives by Hyrule Castle. She'll surely grant you another new power. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. So, that's what we're going to do. We'll go to Hyrule Castle, we'll get our second magic ability, and then I'm going to call it a night. Blow up the rock first. Welcome, my dude. I am the Great Pointy Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. we got Din's Fire. Its fireball engulfs everything. It's attack magic you can use with C. You can use Din's Fire not only to attack, but also to burn things. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. And on that note, we are going to take a stop right here. So, I want to thank everybody for joining us. The next time we meet will be Sunday, 8:30 Eastern, where we will do the final of the 3 young dungeons, and then move on to Adult Link. Until then, let us turn that part off. Turn this on. That did not work. There we go. And enjoy the final little bit of the Ocarina of Time compilation. Have yourself a good night, guys.